Mazuma TV back in the building, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. We in the building as always, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive weekend. I'm back chilling at the crib, man. On the road to 2K. We're about to crack that 1,300 mark. I think we only need like 10 more people, man. Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob for making this possible. We're going to continue running through these milestones. Now, before I get into this video, man, I just want to say it was a great pay-per-view card that we all witnessed last night, man, from top to bottom. Whether we're talking about the impressive performance Benavidez put on against Andre putting it all on the line, going out on his shield, of course. Whether we're talking about Jamal Charlo officially being back in the mix against a game, Jose Benavidez, who showed a lot of grit and determination throughout the entire fight. Subarel showing why he's one of the boogeymen in the 140-pound division against Ergashev, or seeing a new world champion being crowned in the super featherweight division in Lamont Roach, man. It was a great card. Some great fights on the prelims as well, man. Michelle Rivera did his thing against Sergey Limpinets and all that. And Carmel Moten on the swing bout. He got another first-round knockout. So all around, just a great card, man. Some exciting boxing last night. But what I really want to get into is what we're seeing in the thumbnail right now. But before I really get into this main point that I'm trying to get across, I'm going to just talk about what the media has been doing lately surrounding David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez being one of the top super middleweight fighters in the world. In all honesty, I got him number one. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me being biased at the end of the day. If you want to put Canelo, that's cool too. But I'm noticing a theme that's going on with the media and how the way they're approaching David Benavidez as of lately. You know what I'm saying? And this is like a fairly new thing that's really going on because it really started happening during the build up to this fight. I didn't really hear about it too much during the Plant build-up. They would bring it up here and there, but for the most part, they strictly stood on the line of questioning between Plant and Canelo during that Benavidez and Plant fight. You know what I'm saying? But around this time, now it's more talking about the light heavyweight division and the possibility of fighting the two top guys at light heavyweight, whether it's Bivol or Beterbiev, you know what I'm saying? They're talking more about Bivol, you know, because Benavidez and Bivol actually have a history of sparring each other and stuff like that. But this is what they've really been talking about lately, to the point where it seems like it's overshadowing the possible fight between Benavidez and Canelo. Now, I'm not trying to get carried away and seem like they're like disregarded Canelo totally, but slowly but surely it seems like the media is trying to push him moving up to 75 a little more each time that he goes and steps up into another fight. And I think this is being done purposely. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. And my question behind all of this is why? You know what I'm saying? With Benavidez and Canelo being one of the biggest fights to be made in boxing right now, in all honesty, maybe the most popular fight to make in boxing right now. You know what I mean? We got the Mexican-American kid going up against the guy who's the top Mexican fighter in the sport right now. You know what I mean? The old experienced guy against the young, hungry lion. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful fight that could be made, man. This shit could really do numbers and really get the Mexican people up and going, man. Especially if they were to do the fight in Mexico, man, that would be sensational. You know what I mean? But like I said, it seems like slowly but surely they're trying to convince David Benavidez to go up to 175 pounds and just leave the Canelo fight alone all in itself. And I'm really just scratching my head with this whole situation. You know what I mean? It seems like they're trying to protect Canelo from David Benavidez. You know what I mean? Canelo in the past has showed a lot of disinterest, not very interested in fighting David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Saying that he hasn't fought anybody, he hasn't beat anybody that was worth noting, and all these guys want to fight him when they should be fighting each other. And David Benavidez is like, okay, cool. So he went and he beat Caleb Plant, who also Canelo had beat to become undisputed, dominated him. And then he went on to fight a guy that Canelo didn't want to fight ever since they were at 154 pounds, and that was Demetrius Andre. So little by little, man, he's making statements. He's looking impressive. He's passing these obstacles and flying colors. And the pressure is really on Canelo. You know what I mean? The pressure is really on Canelo to make this fight happen. And it seems like the media is trying to alleviate some of that pressure from Canelo. And my whole question is, if this is the most popular fight currently in boxing, Benavidez and Canelo is, why present different fights? You know what I'm saying? Why present different fights if you know this is the fight that everybody wants to see? Why speak on the possibility of Bivol and Benavidez fighting each other? Why would you speak on the idea of Benavidez and Beterbiev fighting each other if the biggest fight to be made in boxing right now is right in front of your face? You know what I mean? Like when Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford were working out their dealings with a fight with each other, we didn't really care to talk about Earl Spence fighting Keith Thurman, even though they was presenting it. We didn't care to talk about at that particular time. We didn't care about talking about Terrence Crawford or Earl fighting Jerron Ennis. No, we wanted to see them fight each other. Why? Because it was one of the most meaningful fights and one of the most popular fights in boxing to be made. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm presenting to the media. And this is not all of them. You know what I mean? There's some media outlets that actually want to see this fight happen real bad. But why present different fights? Why are you presenting different options for David Benavidez to go to when the only option, in all honesty, if he's at super middleweight, should be against a guy with all the belts at super middleweight? He's the best super middleweight in the world besides Canelo. Why not have them guys face each other to see who's really the king of the division? You know what I'm saying? That's my only question. Because as of lately, Canelo, according to rumors, has been looking at a possible fight with Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia, bro. This is what y'all cool with. This is what the media is cool with. Y'all cool with Canelo exploring the option of possibly facing Jaime Munguia, who has done nothing in the super middleweight division, hasn't beat nobody notable in comparison to David Benavidez. And from what I've heard, Canelo, I mean, not from what I've heard, from what Canelo said, he said he don't want to fight Mexicans anymore, but suddenly he's interested in fighting Jaime Munguia, along with Carlos Adames, who's an interim champion at middleweight. Come on, dog. Like, we cannot be cool with Canelo trying to go about things this way, man. We really need to put the pressure on Canelo. The media needs to stop attempting to take the pressure off of Canelo Alvarez and force him to fight this man, just like how HBO and the media forced Canelo to fight Triple G. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of Triple G, this situation with the media really pushing Benavidez to move up to 175 is extremely similar to what had happened with Andre Ward when he was at the 168-pound division, the best super middleweight in the world at the time, man. Although he was inactive, he was still the man of the division. The media constantly pushed for Andre Ward to go up to 175 to face Sergey Kovalev. Constantly try to get him to get out of the super middleweight division. And HBO did it as well. They kept on putting the pressure on Andre Ward to move up in weight, and he did. You know what I mean? He ended up falling. He ended up taking the bait and really going up to 175 and becoming a unified champion. So it ended up working out in his favor, but nonetheless, it's extremely similar. And in all honesty, the reason why, in my opinion, that they made Andre Ward move up to 175, you know what I mean, was to protect Triple G. You know what I mean? Triple G was at 160 pounds and was teasing the idea of going up to 68 to face guys like Carl Froch and Chavez Jr. and stuff like that. So when Andre Ward stepped up and was like, yo, you coming into my division, I'm the top dog. If you want to come up to this division, you need to come see me. And that's when Triple G and his team was offering like catch weights of 164 pounds. But for other guys like Chavez Jr. and Carl Froch, he was willing to go all the way up to the 168-pound weight limit. You know what I mean? So this is extremely similar to that situation where the media was pretty much forcing Andre Ward hand to move up to face Kovalev in attempts to not have him face Triple G, because Triple G at that time was looked at as one of the boogeymen of boxing, one of the most avoided fighters and stuff like that. They just wanted to maintain that guy's reputation. And he had a reputation of fighting guys that were just moving up in weight. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what he did. You know what I mean? These two situations are extremely similar, in my opinion. So this is what I'm getting to. You know what I mean? Clearly, the media is pushing Benavidez to move up to 175. They're trying to alleviate some of that pressure that Canelo's facing right now to take this fight for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they really backing Canelo. You know what I mean? They favor this man a lot, and they just don't want to see him in a losing situation. You know what I mean? So what I'm coming to is enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. I do not want to see Benavidez and Bivol next. I don't want to see Benavidez and David Morrell next. I don't want to see David Benavidez and Beterbiev next. I don't want to see no fight next for David Benavidez if it is not Canelo Alvarez. I do not want to see Canelo Alvarez in another fight if it is not David Benavidez. Us as fans have to understand that we have power when it comes to this situation, man. We're the ones who put the money into these fighters. We're the reason why these guys are getting crazy, stupid paydays. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're the reason why these guys end up becoming stars. You know what I mean? What we demand at the end of the day is what we should receive in return. So this is what I'm saying. Enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? I will not be supporting any Canelo fight until this fight is made, bro. And it's just simple as that. Benavidez also Benavidez needs to stay at 68. And if it's a situation where he moves up to 75, he needs to stay up there. You know what I mean? Because knowing Canelo Alvarez and how the way he moves, he might drain that man back down to 168 to make this fight happen. He'd be like, oh, you at 75? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You acclimate into this weight class, right? All right, so this is what we going to do. How about you come back down to 68 to fight me so you could be a dehydrated man, a dead man on that scale. You know what I'm saying? After getting used to the light heavyweight division, he going to try to bring you right back down. You know what I mean? We've seen this happen with guys like Chad Dawson, where they've been fully acclimated to the light heavyweight division, and when they go to 168, they completely depleted. You know what I mean? Legs gone, punch resistance gone. This is something that Canelo Alvarez would attempt to do. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo will try to be slick and make you come down and wait to have some sort of advantage. You know what I mean? Might even put a rehydration clause on you after the fact. So David Benavidez, stay put, man. Stay focused at the 168 division and consistently put pressure on this man Canelo to do what's right and face you. And the media and the fans have to do the same exact thing, man. The media has to stop pushing this light heavyweight move up. We need to stop pushing these fights with Bivol and Beterbiev. As fans, as the media, we should want to see these fights. And in all honesty, I don't even know why the media even trying to push Canelo away from that fight, because they're going to generate a lot of numbers and get some pretty nice paychecks if this fight between Benavidez and Canelo happens. That's going to benefit their pockets at the end of the day. Their views going to go up. You know what I'm saying? They clicks is going to go up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people going to be tuned in with their lives to speak about the fight. It's going to benefit them at the end of the day. So I don't know why they keep teasing this light heavyweight move up, man. Benavidez, Canelo, that's what I want to see. That's my take on the situation, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do you think the media is protecting Canelo from Benavidez? There's going to be some people that agree. There's going to be some people that disagree. But nonetheless, it is what it is, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Y'all have a great night. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be going live later on tonight, man. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the thumbs up and hit the bell notification. Click all so you know when I be going live and posting videos and all that good stuff, man. I'm out of here, man. Peace.